Hi there, welcome back to It's Only Paper. Today I have got a very exciting flip through for you. This is my finished smile journal. It started life as a ladybird book, one of my favorites from as I was a child, and I am absolutely in love with this journal. It's been my favorite project I think I've ever made. It's just given me so much enjoyment from start to finish. I am super happy. I've just lost a piece already. It's finished. I think it's the first project as well, other than doing a travel journal, that I've actually finished. A first journal anyway that I've completely finished. And I started it, when did I start it? You know, that's something I need to make a habit of doing, is actually maybe writing a date in the start when I start it. I started at the start of 2021 because I've got my dad's birthday, and that was in January, so it must have been January then. So it's taken me 9 months. I will leave some links to the video so you can see. I've got a playlist actually of this coming together if you want to see any of the process pages. But today we're going to have a little flip through and I'll chat with you and show you this amazing book. It's amazing to me anyway. It just feels very personal and very special, and a complete DIY project. The only problem I had, it did fall to pieces at one point. I had to reconstruct it, and a couple of the pages have got a little bit muddled, but it's not the end of the world. So let's start at the beginning. I wanted it to feel like a higgledy-piggledy book, lots of texture, lots of layers and things like that. It's very much, oh, I've just noticed that stuck together. It's very much a junk journal, and I've been using a mishmash of junk, packaging, photos, bits and pieces I've got lying around the studio, loads of scraps, and just anything I can find really. I'm on a mission this year to try and use up as much as I can. So I use photos a lot when I journal. I like photos, and lots of hidden bits. Like this was a clothing tag that I've kind of like painted on and things like that. Cutting out old bits of paper. So that this was packaging here. It was actually these paper clips. It was in a really old scrapbooking kit, and I used it. I thought it was really nice. I kept the bottom paper clip in there, and I've added some strips there of patterned paper. And then things like this, I sometimes make a whole load of like hearts, for example, with watercolours, and then I just keep them in a dish next to my desk. So every now and then you think, oh yeah, that will go really well, and I pop one on. And I do quite like a little mini page. I think it looks really cute. And then on the back I've just stuck some scrap pattern paper and a little journaling card. I love this book so much that I did actually want to keep a lot of the original pages. So you'll see a lot of the original artwork. I think because it was a special book for me when I was growing up. Although it's not the actual book, I've gone and actually bought the same one from eBay. But I still wanted to keep a few bits and pieces together because it really means something to me. We are a coffee family, so I often keep the little sleeves and I end up using them. And I really love the receipts there. That was a coffee date, and I like the receipts. They don't have the date on. I've just realised there's the time on there. But yeah, it's something else I need to remember. And I've put like just our coffee. We always order the same. 2 decaf whole milk lattes. We always have the same. So I've documented that. Then we've got Louie's birthday, something to be aware of with a lot of receipts. They fade, so just be aware of that. But that was Louie's. Louie wanted Chinese for dinner, so we got that. And then I've added some paper on the back, and I've journaled on the back. And then we've got like little tags and things. I've used a little paper bag for a tag of Louie. On his birthday, he was 19, and that actually flips over, so I've made like a little pocket there. So that was Louie's 19th birthday. And then I have then just also done some random kind of documented. Basically everything in this journal is supposed to make me smile. It's things that make me happy. So I've got my girlfriends and my Disney countdowns and things like that. They make me happy. And then I've also used, like here is an envelope that was sent to me in the post, and it came with some amazing happy mail, so I've kept the letter inside. And then documented about my brother and sister because they make me laugh all the time. This is packaging as well. So it's really, I just love that whole feeling going through of all different bits and pieces. I really, really like that in a journal. Here's another flip, again, just using bits and pieces. Another envelope. I think that was from my friend Claire. And then I used, I spoke about, what was this from? Just things, again, that make me happy or had make me happy this past week. Here, and again, just more bits and pieces, highlights of the week. There, that was February. I like this page. And again, it's just, I love all the texture and bits and pieces. This was a completely different type of page. I used lots of mixed media here. A photo of Ada and I on the beach, and everything that I love about us and all the different memories we've made, that kind of thing. This is where I got a little bit messy. I loved this page. I had so much fun with this page, but then the other part of it is like further down in the book, but that's fine. It was all about Adam Hatton. I'd placed an order for his latest journal at the time, the Dream Planner, I should say, the Disney Planner, and I documented about him and how his videos make me smile. And I pulled one of the pockets, folded the page over, turned it into a pocket, and then I could add some tags and some journaling, which was really fun and just a little bit different. Carried on the back. And then it was a lockdown page here, how we started going to Fleet Services for lunch. Because we could, because everywhere else was closed. You couldn't go indoors anywhere, but you could in the services. And Fleet Services is super close to us. So we started going there to grab a KFC lunch with Louis, just to try and get him out the house. I've got a glassine envelope here with a little bit of journaling, and I've actually documented how he was driving us mad at the time. So that's that. I like being honest in my journals, I have to say. I don't sugarcoat things. So, and then over here we've got, it was the first week of March, and it was a good week. I documented some bits and pieces there about what had made me smile. I've used a Starbucks bag here as well, and just again using bits of like washi tape and ephemera and bits and pieces, trying to use up old stock. And I actually wrote a letter to Aid there and popped that in an old glassine bag. It was a super large glassine bag. I folded it in half so it opens out, again trying to see through to the artwork so it's not completely covered. Bit of journaling about us, another Starbucks delivery, or not delivery, drive-through, and again I've used the bag here and so I've got a little hidden bit there which I think is really cute. So I like that with the bag. So then you've got the letter, and it just is really, really cute. I like that page. I'm doing this a lot for my almost like Project Life type journaling. I've started that then in another journal. I love having all the different photos on the one side. I think that looks really cute. Now got about our friendship, Johnny and Emily. We absolutely adore these friends, so I journaled about them. Little tag there, got more little tags, and just about how much they mean to us. And I've done the flip again, so I've just attached the page at the top so that I could see the original artwork. I've done that quite a lot through this particular book. On to the next page, and it was my birthday in March, so I've tried to use quite a lot here that actually arrived like on my birthday. So I've got tissue paper. This was tissue paper as well. Got some stickers from various packaging. I think this was from my friend Claire as well. And this was an envelope. So I've tried to use as much as possible. Used it for journaling. I've got like a little tag in there. That also had something from my birthday. I had a surprise from some Lollipop friends for my birthday as well. And I documented that. So I'm really pleased with this. More tissue paper from my gifts. This is about my brother and sister. We always tease my brother about something, and we've documented it here. And again, using a simple journal card, lots of washi tape, I've made a little flip page, and that always makes me smile. That just makes my sister and I laugh so much. This was a postcard that I received from my lovely friend Lisa. We're a group of 4 girls, and we all met via Disney, and she sent me a postcard which I added as a flip as well. And then we've got another flip. I love a flip. So those girls are my lifeline. We speak on WhatsApp every single day. I love them so much. So, and then we've got a little journal. Actually, I haven't actually written on there. I need to do that. But I was really pleased with that page. It was really fun to make. Then we've got Aid and I. I found these photos. I'm trying to use up old photos as well. I've got loads of them. Do you find that? You've just got loads and loads. Just printed off. So again, this is one I haven't journaled on. I thought it was finished. I'm going to need to come back. And it was about Aid and I. And I do need to come back to this one. This makes my day every day. Hanging out with you every day makes me happy. Aid and I have been, I've worked from home since 2003 and Aid started working at home about 10 years ago. So we spend 24/7 together. We always have done, not just through lockdown. And that's just how we like it. We get on really, really well. And we hate being apart. So that works really, really well for us. Then I have done about my crafty friends. Again, I used up some really old stash here, plus a little bit of a paper bag. And I documented about these crazy people that I've met through Lollipop, my business, and they make me laugh every day. And I use some Lollipop paper here. I love them to bits, those people. And I've used some fabric here. I cut some bits out from fabric, which is really cute, and a bit more of the paper bag, just to tie the 2 pages in. I thought that would go really well. And then a sweet friend sent me some beautiful charms in the post, and I actually attached them to a paper clip so that I could add it as a bit of a charm on here. I wanted to document this story. My sister got a Groupon deal to go and get her eyebrows done, permanent eyebrows, and they were really, really bad. We laughed so much. Aid then did a fake picture and did them like the American Pie eyebrows. And then she was going to grow a fringe to try. Oh no, she was going to get a fake fringe to cover them, and it reminded us of the time when she had a fringe and had it cut and she looked like a horse. Does that flip up? Yeah, there. I haven't actually journaled on there either. Have I even journaled the story? I've done so bad. I was so proud of myself. I need to journal that story. That particular photo, that piece of art is so sweet. The illustration, I mean, that's the front cover. And that makes me think of my sister because this was our special story. Then I decided to journal about my clothes. The clothes I like to wear, what make me happy. Each one flips up, tells you where I bought it from or what it means to me. Most of them are secondhand or from Etsy. That's my favourite way to shop. So I've got a few Disney bits and pieces here. So each one has a little story. And that's how I like to dress. Then we go on to another story here. Oh, this is the one about my sister and how nutty she is. There must have been another call. Oh, that was it. It was just a WhatsApp. And I'll let you read that. I don't know many people that would send a text like that. I know when I created the page, I had quite a few people saying, oh my gosh, my friend would do that. Or, yeah, that's what my brother would do, something like that. So there are some other nutty people around. And then there's the rest of Adam's page. It just magically reappears there. Then on this one, it's about the fact that I love to bake and the fact that Aid and I have our cozy time in the evenings with tea and cake and a cookie or something like that. We really, really enjoy the time. We haven't done that as much lately, actually. Yeah, we noticed yesterday, actually, that we haven't had as much tea. And the tea and cake and cookie always go together. So if we don't have tea, we don't have the cookie. Aid's an Earl Grey drinker, so I've documented how I can't stand it. And then just a bit about how I take my tea. I like things like that. Then there's a silly story about my brother, about an X Factor song. I don't think it even was X Factor. It was one of the other shows, and there was somebody misunderstood a song, and then they sang it, and he's just always found it so funny, and so he reenacts that quite regular. So that was about him, and then more WhatsApp conversations, late night WhatsApp conversations, probably completely inappropriate. Yeah, most of this is actually. Let's pop that back in here. But I've turned them into like little mini tags. They're just conversations with my brother and sister and brother-in-law. But everyday moments that make you smile. My favourite people. And again, I found some really old downloads actually, which I'd had printed ready and I'd never used them. Then we've got about my brother and his partner James. They're actually fiancés now. Do you call them fiancés? Fiancés, I'm not sure. They've got engaged at the summer. So they just moved into their first flat in the summer. So I was really, really happy. So I wanted to document that. And they'd made us the most beautiful tea when we arrived. Tea party, laid the table. And so that picture there reminded me of that. I've added some trimming down the side as well. I like to have bits and pieces that hang over the edge, so I added that there, and a few little like glittery stickers just to decorate. I then like to do this. I kind of, what do you call that? Decorate my photos? I don't know. I do that on like Instagram stories, and I shared this on Instagram, and then I actually printed it as Aid is the Sandwich King, and I do that quite a bit. But he makes a mean sandwich, so I did document this time how he doesn't really cook, but he makes a very good sandwich. So that opens out. I really liked that little Alice quote there. So I added that. Then there's a travel journal page just about exploring with the kids and the adventures that we've been on and how we absolutely loved that road trip. 2016 from, sorry, my dog's just walking past, New York, DC, Virginia, Tennessee, Kentucky to Indiana. That's that page. And then this one is all about how Aid likes to bring me drinks. He has a bit of a thing for drinks. Whether it be coffee in the morning, he brings me a Pepsi in the evening, wine in the evening. Sorry, let's start again. Coffee in the morning, Pepsi in the day. Always bringing me water. Then a glass of wine in the evening, not every evening, maybe a couple of times a week, if that, and tea in the evening. He is the drink provider, definitely. This I've made using my most recent Lollipop Box Club kit that I make. A friend sent me some happy mail, so I've used another little envelope here. And then we're coming towards the end. This was one of the most recent pages I created. About some friends of ours that make me smile every day as well. Quite a bit of journaling on that page, and again using up old stash, which is definitely the key. And then I did a page, this is my most recent page, about my favorite spot in our home, which is our fireplace. I love our fireplace. There's a little story behind it, so I've used a paper bag and some bits and pieces and documented that story, as it's my favourite spot in the house. And then I'd lost some my Lodge Guys stickers, and then I found them, and I thought that would be a really good sticker to pop in the back. And then I've just got, this is what makes me smile. And then I have put there, this was fun, made from one of my favourite books from when we were kids, started and finished in 2021. One of my favourite projects I've ever made, Lisa. And I think from now on I am going to date my journals. I think it's really important. But I have absolutely loved making this from start to finish. It's just filled me with so much happiness. Every page I've made, whether it be because I'm laughing whilst making it, because I'm retelling a funny story, or you know what it's like, just something like that, a little memory jerker. To the feeling, the satisfying feeling of finishing a page each time. And now when I look through, it's just one big smile. That's what this is. And I will be starting another one, because there's always things to smile about. And it's often the little things. It's not the great big things. It's the little things, like a funny WhatsApp message from a family member, or you know what I mean, just the silly little things. What is it that makes you smile? For me, it's Aid walking into my studio and opening a can of Pepsi. He seems to know the perfect time of when to do it. Just silly little things like that. But a smile journal too will be coming together very, very soon. But I am absolutely in love with this. I'm just so happy. I've loved it, like I said, from cover to cover. It's the most satisfying project. It just makes me smile all the time. And it's going to be one of those that I will always pick up and just flick through, and I recommend anyone else doing the same. For mental health, I think it's amazing, because it really, really makes you focus on the happy things in your life, and I think that's really, really important. I know it really helps me. But thank you for watching. Please let me know if you have a smile journal on the go, and if you don't, is it something that you feel inspired to create? I really do recommend it. thank you so much. Have an amazing day, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Lots of love. Bye.